the British,
the French,
and the British Columbians.
Oh my! Welcome back, folks, to the show. Today we're going to be talking about 3 elections going on. Okay, I have to let you know, during this season is playoff hockey, NHL playoff hockey, and while I'm watching NHL playoff hockey, I don't like to be disturbed by politics, but you know what is disturbing? Those campaign commercials by the BC election, okay? They are nasty. They are cutthroat, okay? They're getting to the core of the issues, or are they? I don't know, okay? I don't know a whole lot about this campaign, but Mercer, you've done a little bit of research, or you heard about it. What's going on here?
I don't know an incredibly lot either, but essentially you've got the BC Liberals, which are a center-right party led by Christy Clark. They're apparently quite corrupt. It's like a revolving door between like the media and the oil executives and the politics, and it just goes around.
Those are my favorite people.
Christy Clark goes to Calgary to raise money. She apparently raises millions and millions of dollars because there's no limit on corporate donations in BC. So she raises out of province money and is apparently just willing to sell her soul to the companies, which is not great. But then you have a pretty apparently unpopular and not charismatic NDP leader, John Horgan, and then you have a charismatic Green leader, Andrew Weaver. So it's essentially the corrupt guys up against the socialists. What does someone do in that kind of situation?
What do you do in a no-win situation? Ask the United States, elect Donald Trump. I mean, but you don't have that many options. I'd say you flip a coin, socialist, corrupt. It's a back and forth for me. I don't know. What do you do?
Yeah, if you have a libertarian candidate running in your BC riding, you can definitely vote for them. But really, it's kind of
it's a no-win situation. Sorry, you BCers. Sorry about that. There's another election going on also. Okay, in Britain. Okay, with the EU, they've gone from the EU. Okay, they voted to leave the EU. So there's been a bit of a shake-up there. They're having an election, so the winds are changing. They also have a new conservative leader. David Cameron has stepped down, obviously. And so how's that going?
Well, Theresa May would have been stupid not to call an election. She has apparently a 15-point lead in the polls right now. So she's up somewhere up between 45 and 50%. So essentially she could... I would expect she'll probably pull off a landslide.
That's like the biggest lead since Hillary Clinton.
Well,
maybe not.
Elizabeth May is a little bit better of a politician than Hillary Clinton
I think you might be right about that.
So I'm expecting that she'll pull off a big majority because she's cutting into UKIP's support, which is the UK Independence Party. They pushed for Brexit. Now they're pretty much like, we give up, we won, go vote Conservative, because most of their people supported Conservative. So she's got a big coalition. She wants a big mandate to be able to negotiate with the EU. So, it's interesting. Maybe something wacky will happen. It's a 3-party race out there. Maybe they've got other wacko parties in there as well. So that's interesting to follow. But unless things change, expect a large Conservative majority. The Conservatives in the UK have been very good at winning and winning and winning and winning. Their prime ministers resign before they have an election loss. They send somebody new up there and they win. They just keep on going.
Just a good revolving door. That's the way politics should go. Okay, so we have our third election. Okay, in France. Okay, this is one that you might have heard of. The other one's a little bit more obscure, but this one has been kind of well known because somebody named Marine Le Pen. Okay, I don't know if that's pronunciation. I'm not French, I'm sorry. But she's breaking ground, and she is somewhat of a Trumpian type.
She's directly linked her campaign to Trump. She's proudly anti-immigrant and anti-free trade and also anti-EU, so she's tapping into some of that Brexit stuff. It has helped her out. She came in second in the runoff vote earlier, which means that now she goes head-to-head with a guy called I don't even know his first name. His name is Macron. He just beat her by a tiny percentage of the vote. They each got, I think they got like 23 and 22 each, and then there were 2 guys down at 19 that didn't make the cutoff for the runoff election. So it's going to be head-to-head, And I expect that Macron will prevail. He's leading by quite a bit. He's just a friendly, smiling face. I don't speak French, so I don't know what he speaks like or what Le Pen is like, but I don't think there's the depth for an actual majority win on Marie Le Pen's part. It will be interesting to see, though, what she gets and how much anti-EU vote there is. But I'm expecting that Macron will prevail, and I have no idea whether he's a good politician or not. I'm quite confident he's an anti-freedom guy.
Yeah,
but,
well, you can assume most people are.
But Le Pen, I don't really see the reason for electing Le Pen myself.
No,
either, so.
It is interesting to me that she has gotten so much attraction and support because it does have some of the same principles as Trump, as you were saying, and it is interesting because France is known as one of the most secular societies, and they're very they're trying to become a very multicultural type environment. And they already are at this point with the amount of immigration that they're having, and that's why Marine Le Pen has really gone against that.
Frankly, it's just to be bald. Old white people, especially rural areas, don't really like immigration or multiculturalism or whatever. They feel either they're actually getting an economic squeeze or they feel economically squeezed. They're not really interested in these changes, and so they're pushing back, and they're electing people like Trump and Le Pen because they're upset and they feel that somebody who's going around smashing things is actually good for them, which is an interesting thing.
Yeah, that is interesting. And you know what? Also, something I heard the other day is Macron, the guy that is up against Marine Le Pen. Obama actually endorsed him. Like, he literally called him up and said, "How's it going?" And he's like, "Very good, Prime Minister." And that's a really bad accent, but he said, he was like, "How are you doing?" He's like, "My campaign's going well." He's like, I wanna say I support your campaign. And
the last time Obama endorsed the last several times Obama has endorsed campaigns
gone
and lost. He tried to get he endorsed staying in the EU, and the Brexit happened. He ran with Hillary Clinton like his life depended on it. That didn't work out.
We have footage of Macron running down the street crying after Obama. Oh wait, no, we don't actually. Yeah, so Obama doesn't necessarily have the magic touch.
Yeah, that leads us actually to the last election I'm going to mention, which is the U.S. 2016 election. I was down in the States for a bit, and that is they're literally still talking about this on CNN. It's like, big headline: Russia, we think, may have tried to interfere in the election. Like, oh my god.
Didn't I hear this as a headline 3 months ago?
Seriously? And then the next morning I'm looking at the TV, is like, how Hillary Clinton lost the 2016 election. Breaking news. That's like, oh
my goodness.
How do they still have ratings with headlines like that? But the Americans need to look outside their country to the other elections occurring in the world, so they don't have to rehash the old one over and over again. So.
Yes, please. Okay, well, thanks guys for watching. We really appreciate you sticking around, hanging out with us today. Be sure to give us a like if you like this video, and subscribe if you want to see more like it. We'll see you next time.